Welcome back to another episode of Heritage Recreations YouTube channel. Today it's sort of a little bit bittersweet. We're up cleaning the VT Clubsport last night, ready to take it to a dealership this morning to get it valued. Yes, a little bit crazy. You're going to be asking yourselves, why would you be trading this thing in for a Hyundai I30N? The reason's pretty simple. We can't have 8 cars, and at the moment that's what we've got. Really need to get probably a more suitable car to drive to work. And so we thought we'll take this one in, see what they're going to give us as a bit of a trading, because I'm not that interested in selling it privately. If it obviously doesn't reach a good conclusion with how much we're going to get for the car, then we probably won't pull the trigger. Then again, you might ask yourself, why are they looking at a I30N performance? The reality is Peter Page Automotive look after our cars, which we've previously mentioned, and about 12 months ago Colin Baker gave us access to Paul Page's I30N Performance Adelaide Rally car. We spent about half an hour driving that car around the streets of Adelaide, and to say we were impressed by the performance of that car is an understatement. So today we've located one in Adelaide, pretty low case. So we're going to take the VT Clubsport in shortly to see what the dealership thinks in relation to a trade-in and see if we can work out a deal. So let's see how this goes. Well, here we are, guys. We're away at Lexus Adelaide, and here is the I30N Performance that we were talking about before. So this is the Hero pale blue coloured I30N Performance. It's a one owner car, 48,000 kilometres on the clock, and it's the top of the range with the premium sunroof. So very shortly we're going to be taking this car for a test drive. It's got a little bit of a scuff mark on the front right of the front bumper bar, but the car is absolutely stunning. If you understand 48,000 Ks, you can tell the interior of the car is exactly as it should be for a car with such low mileage. Got the Alcantara inserts with the leather surround. Got the panorama sunroof above it there. See, obviously 6-speed manual gearbox in it. As we look at the back, it's got the premium brakes on it as well, which is a Hyundai manufactured brake, so it doesn't have Brembos or anything similar to that. It's all its own in-house braking system. It's got the rear sway bar in this car as well, which makes the rear end of the car settle down quite a lot. This car has also got the premium South Australian XA number plates, which we weren't aware of. So looking forward to taking this car for a drive on the streets of Adelaide to see exactly how it operates. Okay, so now we've got the Hyundai I30N Performance out of the dealership. We just made it up the Southeastern Freeway. We're now at the Eagle on the Hill turn-off, just to go through some of these windy spots. We've got the car set to sports mode. What that means is it stiffens up the steering wheel of the car, sharpens up the rev range, and also changes the pitch of the exhaust. So the car itself, as it changed, you actually feel the steering wheel is actually a lot heavier than what it is in standard mode. We've actually got it set to Sport Plus, so we've actually got the rev matching on downshift as well, which is a pretty cool feature of this in performance car. So I'll just see if I can get it to go. I'll just go from, if Nat, you can just film down at my feet. I'll keep my feet away from the, don't know if you can pick that up there, guys, but have my feet away from the accelerator, and then as I dropped it down from third to second gear, it actually matched. I'll just see if I can pick it up again. So I just did it again. So it'll do it through all gears as you're gearing down. We tried it before in traffic. We're actually in 4th gear, rolling to a stop, and with the clutch put in, I put into 3rd gear without disengaging the clutch, and it rev matched then. And then I put it from 3rd to 2nd, it also rev matched, and I hadn't released the clutch at all. So a good feature of the N Performance is it'll do it through all gears until you select which one you want. Going through the hills here at the moment, we're actually going through the turns. It's reasonably tight through Eagle on the Hill, and we obviously got some leaf litter on the road as well, because this road doesn't get used very much. This road used to be the main road linking sort of Adelaide and the southeastern section of the country, so heading out towards Murray Bridge, Strathalbyn and that sort of area. So very shortly we'll hit the actual freeway and go through a few more of the features of the car. It's got the panoramic sunroof above us. It's got a really cool shift light in it. I was explaining it to Natalie before. Starts off to the left, goes across to the right, obviously as you go up through the rev range, and actually gives you a really good indication as to when to change gears. So just see, I'll do the rev cut now again, or rev matching. So it's just gone there. If I can just go sort of, now we're in 4th gear. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll just keep my foot on the clutch. We'll actually go through the actual gear shifter itself as it rev matches. So here we go. So it's just done it, and again there. And then we can accelerate out. So, cool feature guys. In a minute we'll fire the video up again as we hit the southeastern freeway. We'll actually show you the shift light in action and how quickly this car gets up to 100 kilometers an hour. Okay, so here we are on the southeastern freeway. Just got into the 110 zone. The car's in 4th gear. Finding it's actually quite responsive in 4th gear. But fortuitously, never seen this before. We've actually got a performance L-plater in an R35 Nissan GTR that's coming along for the ride. So that wasn't planned, guys. That was just coincidental. But moving back to the I30N1, this thing in top gear has got so much torque. So I'll drop it back to 90. I'll come out of the right lane, drop it back to 90, and I'll just show you. So we're sitting at 90 at the moment. It's 110 zone. This is how quickly in top gear with the torque it gets to 110. And that's it. So as you can see, when the turbo kicks in, there's a little bit of lag, but once it gets up to that rev range where the turbo kicks in, it actually makes up speed pretty quickly. So I'm hoping that at this speed, as I go from 4th to 3rd gear, you'll also hear the rev match a bit easier. So I'll be quiet and I'll let it go into the rev. Let's see if we can get the rev match going. So there you heard it, guys. Obviously I don't want to over rev the car. You can hear the crackle as well as it changes gears. So this car's set, as I said earlier, to Sports Plus mode. So as I'm shifting reasonably high revs through the rev range, you'll actually do a little bit of crackle and pop out through the tailpipe. So when it's safe to do so, we'll pull over off the freeway in another 100 km/h zone. We'll go through the crackle and pop with the exhaust and also show you a little bit better quality, the actual shift light in this car. But enjoy the ride, guys. Okay, here we are, guys, showing the shift light as we get to 110 and the crackle and pop. Okay, we're just taking the I30N1 for a drive through some of the windy roads at the back here of, it's actually Harndorf here, so we've just actually done a right-hand turn and come out the back way. So we're actually on the road to Strathalbyn and back the other direction is the road to Stirling. Now, it's an 80k an hour zone with recommended speed through some of the turns at 50k's an hour. This thing stuck to the road perfectly. We didn't actually have to reduce speed that much. So the handling of this car is really, really impressive. Just a short time ago, we actually stopped off the side of the road and actually went through some features with the car, my sister, so she feels comfortable to drive it. So in a second, Natalie will drive the car and actually give us a bit of an idea of what the car sounds like from the outside as it's accelerating away. So we'll cover that off in just a second. Okay, so now we've got Natalie on board the N1 Performance Hyundai, and I've put Natalie in the car to give a bit of a squirt to show you guys how easy this car is to drive. Now, let's consider this is the first time that Natalie's actually driven N1 Performance, and it is a bit of a different beast. Natalie does have a Mini Countryman, which is her daily car, so a similar car, but this is a 2-litre turbo, definitely racetrack orientated car. And with the firm steering, the suspension, the power it's got with the torque, Natalie, given the fact it's the first time driving this car, will show you how easy it is to drive in the country roads through some pretty tight corners. So sit back and listen to as Natalie goes through the gears. Not sure if we'll be able to pick up with the camera, but we did a video not long ago on the Mini, which has got some very firm suspension. This Hyundai is not far behind. I'm actually struggling trying to keep the camera level, but that gives you a little bit of insight as to how well this car goes through the country roads with someone that's never driven the car before. So quite an easy, sporty car to get used to. So the journey for this I30N has come to its conclusion. I'm not sure if we're going to be happy or sad, but we're keeping the Clubsport. I couldn't arrange on a decent price for either car. We're a little bit too far away from each other. So it looks like the VT Clubsport is staying for the time being, which I'm actually feeling a little bit relieved about that. So thank you for watching this latest episode of Heritage Recreations. We'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.